invite Dr. Jallo of the Gambia Livestock Marketing Association to say how it impacts on livestock.
I think the advent of this feed mill will go a long way in alleviating some of the shortages or some of the constraints we presently face in consideration of the following facts. One, the increasing demand for animal proteins as the human population increases. Presently, the country can't meet the meat demand or the protein demand for this. It can't meet the demand for proteins. There's also a decrease in farmland size as population increases. Okay, we also have the unpredictable nature of rains. We have drought, which lead to poor harvest, prolonged dry season, and a decrease in the availability of forage for livestock. The cost in foreign currency of importing such feeds, and most of all, there will be a decrease in mortality due to this malnutrition, etc. So in consideration of the fact that 60% of production cost goes to feed, I'm sure His Excellency can bear witness, he knows how much he spends on feed and how much he tries to supplement using other locally available material. And it's always said, wherever you have livestock, you have dead stock. The President also knows about that, I suppose. And most of it is caused by malnutrition, especially in this part of the continent. So the advent of this feed mill will be able to encourage the timely, ensure the availability of the timely availability of feed for livestock. It will encourage the participation of livestock, participation of farmers in livestock production or other Gambians in livestock production. As we all presently know, most Gambians go in for the sale of building materials because livestock production is a 24-hour business. There's no weekend, there's no holiday, and then unlike the sale of cement, etc. So it also helps save the country foreign currency. It also helps increase most important thing is to help increase the health of the general population, because every person will be able to provide him or herself or be able to buy an egg every other day, or some meat, or some milk at least, because animals will be healthier. So this will definitely help increase our livestock production and our productivity in terms of milk yield and in terms of production. Like an animal can be able to produce, if well fed, at least a calf a year or a calf every 1.5 years. Unlike presently where actually you can have one animal producing every 3 years, and then that's at the age of 5 years. Like from birth to 5 years, the first calving would occur. When actually if well fed, from 3 years you can be able to have a first calf, and then a calf every year thereafter. Unlike what happens presently, every 3 years there will be a calf, and sometimes the calf dies because there's no enough milk, or because the mother has died earlier because of malnutrition, etc. So some of the major constraints that normally befall feed mills, and that eventually lead to their downfall or their loss of production are presently, one, the presentation of the feed. It should be present because we are dealing with both progressive farmers and some subsistence farmers. So the bags should be in portions in 20 kilos, 50 kilos, and 100 kilos, rather than having them only in 100 kilos or in 25 kilos. For example, that should be one. Then two would be the cost. Then the availability of raw materials. It has been raised by His Excellency the President of the Republic, and then it has been raised by you. It actually causes a lot of problems because 60% of feed is corn, especially when it comes to poultry feed. 60% is corn, and corn is very, very difficult to get here. Another thing would be quality. It has been raised here. That's why it's very, very important, and I advise that we conduct a pre-trial of your feed to determine the quality, its efficacy on animal health, on animal production, etc. So that actually when I buy, or when His Excellency buys, he's not buying brand only. It should have been stuffed with the necessary minerals, necessary vitamins, etc., to effect growth and to encourage, to ensure the production of quality eggs, etc. So I hope that with this new milling machine, we'll be able to encourage more Gambians to participate in livestock production and to be able to meet our demand for proteins. Once again, please join me in thanking His Excellency the President of the Republic for his foresight for enhancing the availability of an important component in the production of livestock. Because feed, without feed, there will be a problem. So once again, we thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Doctor. Before we proceed, I would like to ask Mr. Gandur to formally present these samples to His Excellency. Thank you very much, Mr. Gandur. I would now like to invite the Managing Director of the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, who will speak on behalf of the companies here represented, that is the GNPC and the Gambia Ports Authority, respectively.
On behalf of my fellow shareholders of this important project, I want to say or state here that we are indeed happy to be profoundly associated with this crucial enterprise. We will play a very crucial role, a very crucial and vital role in the poultry subsector. Your Excellency, as there are a lot of poultry farmers, including yourself, we are of the view that the feed mill will help facilitate, enhance, or strengthen the earning capacities of Gambians who are involved in the subsector, and by so doing, improve their living standards. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, if the feed mill is fully operational and successful, it will help boost our country's GDP and also provide supplies to the whole industry. Meanwhile, here I'm trying to be selfish. My organization, Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, is fully supportive of this project because it will create good employment opportunities to Gambians. And by so doing, it will enable us to collect contributions for the good of our corporation. On behalf of the Gambian people, we pray to the Almighty Allah to make this project highly successful. Once again, I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, MD. May I now invite His Excellency Ambassador Ansumana Jammeh to make some remarks.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Chief Professor Alhaji Dr. A.J. Jammeh, Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Dr. Njoguba, Honorable Ministers here present, Managing Directors, peers, and also our investors from CONAPRO, and distinguished guests, and of course the press. Your Excellency, I remember the very day that we did this presentation in Qatar. Well, all that we wanted to present was a rice mill. That was all that we wanted to present to His Excellency the President. But the idea of a feed mill was solely His Excellency the President's initiative. So I think we should all thank the President. All Gambians, farmers should thank the President for that. From the very day that I met Saud and Rashad in Doha, and having seen what they have done in Qatar itself, the investments that they have in Qatar, I had no doubt in my mind that whatever they said will definitely be implemented in the Gambia. So I also would like to thank Saud and Rashad and all the CONAPRO people for fulfilling what was then a dream, and today I can say that dream has come true. So I would like to thank them all. And of course, not forgetting our staffs at the embassy.